ಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ. ವರ ಮಹಾಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಹಬ್ಬ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. Have a blessed Vara Mahalakshmi festival. Today being the most auspicious day where the entire country celebrates the divine blessings of Mother Mahalakshmi, it was logical that I come out with a short video about money. Dhana. Dhana is your money. There are so many combinations in Jyotisha, and each combination has its importance. However, the objective of this video is to come out with certain very core basics as to what we need to do, and this can also be applied to other areas of your life. I am going to talk about the money factor in your life. So we know that Jupiter or Brihaspati is the Karaka for money. So the entire Brihat Parashara Horashastra teachings as to how to evaluate a bhava rests on one important concept, that what is the relationship between the Lord of the house and the Karaka of the house. This is paramount. So Dhanesha is your second lord, and we know that the second lord is family, it is wealth. So from the second lord, we need to see how Jupiter is placed. Jupiter, the Karaka, is placed. If, for example, let us say some of you have Scorpio Lagna or Aquarius Lagna, then the second lord becomes Jupiter anyway. So if Jupiter is your second lord, then you need to see Jupiter to Moon, to Chandra. Now, why are we doing this? What is that we can get out of this concept taught by the Parampara? How good or how bad are you in terms of financial matters is something which has to be judged. Some people are excellent, some people are average, some people are bad in terms of money. So what is your financial acumen? That is what we need to see. And if the financial judgment needs work, then there are some remedies which we will talk about. So we need to find out how good or how bad are you in matters of finance. Are making the right financial decisions is absolutely crucial. For example, what to invest, when to invest, where to invest, being at the right time, right place. Because if your financial acumen is good, then even if people think this business venture is risky, you will end up making a windfall of profits. So how do we see this? As I said, we need to look at the position. So from the second lord, you count where Jupiter is in your chart. If the second lord and Jupiter are in trines, this is considered the best of the best, because when we talk about the trines have the energy of Agni, so which means wealth creation is at its best. And more importantly, if your second lord and Jupiter are placed in mutual trines, trikonas, then your wealth will be something which is self-created. If the positions are in kendras, mutual kendras, this means that you are in an environment, which means you have been born in an environment of relative money. Remember, I'm using this word relative. Later in the video, I'm going to also quantify and qualify that. So if the positions are mutual kendras, then it is that you are born in an environment of richness, and especially in childhood, you will definitely enjoy money. Now, if the second lord and Jupiter are placed in Dusthanas, now that is where the problem starts. This is very bad because Dusthana has the energy of Shani primarily. Dusthana has a energy of Shani, which means you can make a mistake. There is a danger that you are going to make a bad financial decision. No matter what kind of advices you get, no matter how great the advices are, the industry leaders are advising you to do a certain kind of investment, but if there is an equation of Dusthanas, then there is always a danger that your financial decision would be wrong. If the second lord and Jupiter are in Bhanabharas, which is basically your second house, fifth house, eighth house, and 11th house, you will be rich during middle life, which means during your midlife, you will get money. If the second lord and Jupiter are in Apoklimas, your 3, 9, and 12 houses, then old age will bring money. But all this is perfectly fine provided your Lagna Lord is strong. I always go back to Lagna Lord. If you actually go back to my Facebook page, I started how to judge the horoscope by talking about the strength of the Lagna Lord. Because if Lagna Lord, which is called Lagnesha, is afflicted, then all is lost. It doesn't really matter if you have the second lord and Jupiter in trine and all that, 311, all that. It is lost because Lagna Lord is Dhi Shakti. Lagna Lord is your Dhi Shakti. Dhi is Guru. Lord of Lagna being afflicted, you must be careful in matters of money because the power of your judgment, which is your Dhi, will fail you. You can make terrible mistakes. So these are some of the combinations. This is a kind of concepts, fair enough. But to see how much wealth, which means I'm not only talking of quantity, I'm also talking of quality of richness. Because richness is always relative. Always relative. You may consider yourself rich, but in front of, let us say, compare it to, let us say, Mukesh Ambani, probably not. So for this, you must bring in other bhavas. So the first thing what you need to do is look at the relationship between Dhanesha, your second lord, and Jupiter. That I have already taught you. Now, on top of that, your richness keeps increasing if Jupiter and fifth lord are in good sambandha, trines, kendras, apoklimas, panaparas. So what are we going to do? We have initially started with second lord and Jupiter. Then you look at fifth lord and Jupiter. Let us say second lord and Jupiter, fantastic. Fifth lord and Jupiter, also fantastic. So the level of your richness has increased. On top of this, Jupiter and ninth lord also fantastic. Oh boy, then you are even more rich. Then look at 11th lord and Jupiter. If that also is fantastic, then you are very, very rich. That is why if all these four have a good sambandha that is being placed in trines, especially trines, then goddess Mahalakshmi will always be present in your life. If you have a 311 situation, then it is effort and it is labha. 3 is effort, 11 is your labha. But in that situation, it is possible that you can lose some money. If you have a Dusthana situation, please be very careful because your financial judgment is wrong. You must always be extra cautious. Now, what about remedies? There are millions and millions of, well, I will not say millions, there are sufficient amount of number of remedies that Maharishi Parashara and the Rishis have given. And nowadays, more remedies are coming in all the time. But what is that we can do that is most simple for us? The best remedy is, what is your soul advising you to do. Your soul is the Atmakaraka, Chara Atmakaraka. So please check the relationship between the Lagna Lord, which is your Dhi, and your Atmakaraka. This is what your own soul is advising you. This is your soul level advice, and you will never go wrong if you follow the Atmakaraka's advice. If you listen to your soul, then whatever wealth, not just wealth, whatever you have created will always be protected. Another fantastic remedy taught from my family is reciting Lakshmi Ashtottari every Friday evening. It's an excellent remedy, especially if you're married, if your spouse, which means the Griha Lakshmi, if the Griha Lakshmi of the house, which means for men, with the wife. If a wife recites Lakshmi Ashtottari every Friday evening after lighting 2 lamps, do diya jala ke, sit facing east or north and read the Lakshmi Ashtottari. It is 108 names of goddess Mahalakshmi. And this is what I thought would be an appropriate lesson, sharing what I have been, what I have learned to all of you on this auspicious day. The team of Kati Academy of Jyotish Sciences and I wish you a very happy, prosperous Varamahalakshmi festival. Namaste. Om Gurave Namaha.